The topic today is the unknown. You know, I'm sure I've made several videos about this. I just felt called to do it because I'm currently stepping into the unknown myself, currently releasing habits, currently releasing the attachment to things in general, And this process can be very uncomfortable. This process can feel scary if you make it that way. But as I always say, the unknown is a beautiful thing. The unknown opens up room for infinite possibilities. The unknown allows you to tap into every reality there is. Having your mindset, excuse me, having your mindset on a particular outcome, having your mindset on a particular way, that's simply putting yourself in a box. That's simply stopping yourself from experiencing all there is to experience in this world. So my message for y'all today is to challenge yourself. Do something that's out of the norm. Let go of something that you feel isn't serving your evolution, so you can start to shift your reality. There's this saying that if nothing changes, nothing changes. And what that means to me is quite self-explanatory. I'm sure it means the same to you, is that you have to take action to change your reality. You have to remove things. You have to make sacrifices. And now this ain't no satanic ass shit like, I'm finna kill my homeboy to become a millionaire. No, I'm gonna kill the old version of myself so I can evolve. I'm gonna kill this version of me that doesn't resonate with where I'm going. I am going to remove the people and habits out of my life that don't align with my growth. Also, I want to talk about honoring the commitments you make to yourself. If you tell yourself you were going to do something, stand on that. Because if you don't trust yourself, if you don't honor yourself, how could you expect others to give you that same energy? Because we are all one. We are all a reflection of each other. So if you aren't honoring yourself, if you aren't respecting yourself, if you aren't standing on your word, do not expect others to do the same. We have to lead by example. We have to emit the energy that we desire to receive. That's why they say treat others the way you desire to be treated. You know what I mean? As I reflect on some of the most successful times in my life, I'll give two examples. When I first started my first business, it went really well, but I had to get uncomfortable. I had to work a job I didn't want to work in order to fund that. And later on, I reaped the benefits of the seeds that I planted from working that 9 to 5 that I didn't enjoy. Another example is when I was part of a relay and we won state in high school. I was the fourth leg. But in order to do that, in order to get to that point, I had to get uncomfortable. I had to start working outside of practice. I had to start putting in overtime. I had to go through unnecessary pain that no one was forcing me to do. I had to do things that I was not familiar with. But that is how bad I desire growth. I had to not only envision myself winning, I had to align my actions with it. I had to eliminate habits that were no longer resonating with the champion. I had to get rid of diets that were no longer resonating with the champion. It's simply about you having the desire and the will to remove everything that does not align with what it is that you desire to be. But at the same time, that version of you already exists. There is already a reality that that version you envision is there. You just have to simply align. You just have to simply embody and know that you are already that. Just align your actions with it. Do the inner work. The inner work is important. The inner work allows you to know thyself. The inner work allows you to see all the things about you that were hurt as a kid and all the unhealthy parts about you. Learn to accept those things. Learn to love those things. Learn to forgive yourself. Learn to forgive those who hurt you. You know, that is where true growth occurs. You don't want to hold on to anything because at the end of the day, this is all just simply for us to experience. We can't take this with us. We can't take the money. We can't take the relationships. But what we can do is cherish these things in the moment. You know, cherish your lovers, cherish your friends, but do not become attached. Have a healthy balance of not needing anyone, but also enjoying everyone, you know? In order to evolve, we must sacrifice things. This is unhealthy habits. These are things that no longer serve our growth. And deep down, you know what that is. The question is, are you willing to get uncomfortable to evolve? Or are you willing to get uncomfortable to expand? You know, a lot of times we avoid uncomfortability, but within that uncomfortability is growth. As I said, when you step into the unknown, when you step into the unfamiliar, you are experiencing infinite possibilities. You are experiencing thousands of different dimensions. But you know, if you have your expectations set on one thing, you are putting yourself in a box. You are stopping yourself from experiencing a lot of things. So my message for y'all today is to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to get rid of uncomfortable habits. Challenge yourself to step into the unknown. Challenge yourself to grow. Challenge yourself to expand. Challenge yourself to evolve, you know? And within that, I promise you, you will see growth. Y'all have a beautiful day, fam.